Hello, fellow traders. Nutty Bar Trading coming to you on a Saturday morning. Hope you're having a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in. This is just going to be a video on a weekly summary report for the week ending May 12th. And we're going to use Tradezella to do the summary report. We always do that. I really enjoy Tradezella, what it offers, and yeah, I'll go through. You can see if you enjoy Tradezilla, then I would definitely encourage people that are looking to journal their trades and look to track their trades. I would definitely recommend Tradezilla. I think it offers a lot of value, but to each his own. I know a lot of people create spreadsheets as well and do it that way, and I think that's great as well. I think the most important thing is that you are journaling your trades. I think that is very important. But if you're new here, this channel I created about 4.5, 5 weeks ago with the goal of first being fully transparent on my channel. I show my profit and loss. I do my trades. All of my trades are live. And yeah, you'll see everything. You'll see the good, bad, and ugly, like I say. And unfortunately, recently it's been a lot of ugly. But also part of the reason I created this channel was to hold myself accountable, and that's definitely helped, and it's worked where it's a little bit humbling doing these summary reports at the end of every day when you've had a pretty big red day or multiple red days in a row. But it has definitely helped me to be accountable and to follow my plan and not revenge trade, not going on tilt. I did do that a week ago. You can see here this day where we had a negative $9,000 day. This actually, yeah, that we went off tilt. This was a very, very bad day. And since that day happened, I changed my rules that actually I wasn't live streaming when this happened. And since then, we have a new rule on this channel that I don't make any trades if it's off stream. All of my trades will be on stream. So since then, I've followed my rules and I follow my strategy. Unfortunately, I still had some losing days after that, but at least I was following my plan and following my strategy. So anyway, if you're new, if that's something that you enjoy, please like and subscribe to the video. I really appreciate it. Shout out to everyone that subscribed recently. The support I've been getting has been awesome, and I really appreciate it. So actually also, before we go any further, dive into the weekly summary, just a reminder, Apex has their 80% off sale. It's the 80/80 sale where you get the first month 80% discount, and the following months you will get 80% discount as well. As long as that account keeps renewing, it'll maintain that 80% discount, which is a really good sale. And also, if you purchase, you'll also be entered for to win one of the $100,000 PA funded accounts that come with the lifetime fee paid. So they'll have a drawing for that at the end of every month. But anyway, you click in the link in the description below, that would support this channel. Or if you want to use the coupon code as well, that would also support the channel, and I would really appreciate it. So, all right, let's dive in. For an overall summary, you can see since we started this journey of trading our funded accounts, it's been rough. We've definitely not started out like we wanted to start out. So yeah, we're $13,111 in the red. That's across 19 funded accounts. So if we average that, we're basically $690 in drawdown. As you know, on the $50,000 accounts, the drawdown is $2,500. So we have about $1,800 or so of drawdown remaining. So obviously, I don't feel like there's any need to panic. I don't want to be changing anything as of now, but obviously it's not the start that I was looking for. It is what it is, but we're just going to keep pressing forward. Okay, if we look at our trades for this week, actually, before we do that, I just wanted to point out some things on Tradezilla that are really helpful or that I really like. If you go to your accounts here and you click on manage accounts, first, if you want, you can create 2 different accounts, because I have one account I created when I was doing my evaluation challenge, and then I created a separate account for my funded account. So you can do that, which I think is really helpful. But if we go to task management, this is what I wanted to show you. So task management comes with kind of a default list. I've changed that list to fit my trading style, my kind of, so for example, these are setup trades. So these are setups. I have an intuition trade setup, basically what that means, and then you can add a description to this setup. But basically, an intuition trade is just a trade based on my intuition. If I see price action and I'm like, you know what, I think we're going to go back to the high of the day, and I just take a trade based off that, not really based off of anything else. That's an intuition trade. And then at the end of every day, I'll import my trades, and then each trade I'll go through and I'll tag each trade with the setup that that trade was. And it's really nice because then you can do reports and you can see if, over the course of 6 months, if if 70% of my intuition trades fail, then that gives me the information I need to know that I need to stop making that trade. Okay. Same with, I have a momentum trade set up, and that's solely based off of if, maybe there's news 5 minutes after news or something. Also, just to note, Apex Trader Funding, on their evaluation accounts, you can trade the news. But once you have funded accounts, you can't trade the news. So I saw some confusion on that recently. Just wanted to clear that up. So news hype, that's basically, right after the news, you trade on it. Pullback entry, this is kind of my default go-to strategy that I look for on a daily basis. And that's basically, the description for that is need a good trend first, and then the entry is at the tick above the body of the previous closed bar after a pullback to the 14 or 21 EMA. Obviously, that I could probably describe that a little bit better, but it is what it is. It makes sense to me. Then we have a technical trade where I'm just taking a trade based solely off technicals. Maybe there's a double bottom, maybe there's a triple bottom, or whatever, but based purely on technicals. So once you have all these trades, enter, you can create a tag here, and you just create a setup or a mistake tag or a custom tag. You enter your name and your description. That's how you create your tags. You can create as many tags as you want. Then I also have mistake tags. I have being impatient, where maybe I'm cutting my winners too short or not allowing my trades enough room to breathe. Chased, that's when we're chasing. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but basically, these are all my tags that I created for myself. And then if I go to dashboard and we click on day, you can see here, this is the kind of drill down on that day showing each trade and my tags. So you can see on this day, it was a pullback entry. All of these 5 trade setups were pullback entries. But yeah, let's just look at this now that we're here. So we started the week out on Monday with 5 consecutive losing trades. And it was just unfortunate. I mean, my trades, I can't really say that. And looking back, okay, let's just drill down a little bit more. So if I click on that, then it'll actually show the chart and my entries. Now, one thing I wish, or I'm hoping Tradezilla will do in the future is, so this is only an option to show the minute charts right here. Well, when I trade on my trade setup, it's a 2000 tick chart. So the entries here look a little bit different, and my setups look different on my chart. So hopefully that's something Tradezilla adds in the future, that you can change instead of minute, you can add a tick chart. But for now, they just have minute. Sometimes usually I use 2-minute charts, but basically you can drill down and you can actually really see what this trade will look like. But you can kind of see my entry. We had a big sell-off, and I was looking for a pullback, and it pulled back to the EMA, and I had an entry. Usually on a huge sell-off, I want to see continuation and that we test the low of days again. And obviously it just didn't happen. We had a big sell-off and then just V-shaped reversal back up in new highs. And I got faked out. So, but basically that's kind of you can drill down on each trade like that. Really, I think it's really cool. But you can see here, I can do the setup is a pullback entry. That's how I tag it. My mistake on this was trading in a choppy range bound market. Excuse me. And that's one thing. On Monday was a choppy day, and pullback entry, that strategy does not work on choppy days. And I should have been sitting on my hands a lot more that day. So that was kind of the mistake. Again, you can see here, we went long. We had kind of a continue, like this is where it's a little bit hard to see because it's a different versus a 2000 tick chart versus this looks different. But again, we got faked out. That's the bottom line. But you can see here, we're just kind of in a choppy market. And for that, I've learned my lesson of we just need to sit on our hands. The other thing I wanted to show, this shows the live profit and loss, which I think is really nice or kind of helpful to see, because we took the trade and we were in profit. Then we went red, then we're in profit again, then we got stopped out. So it's really nice to see, like each trade, you can just kind of drill down and then you can make notes. And I think it's just very helpful, at least for me. So here you can see I enter the trade and it just never even had a chance. So same with, you can see here we had a sell-off. Then I was looking for a pullback and an entry. So, and I was looking for a continuation of the sell-off, and it just never happened. We just got faked out again. So it was that's basically how that day went. I just continually got faked out, and it's very frustrating. In hindsight, again, in a choppy market like this, the pullback entry strategy is not ideal. So a note we took of that day, moving on to Tuesday, we had 2 trades. We only took 2 trades. We didn't have a whole lot of setups. If I click on this trade, again, entered the trade, never had a chance. Just immediately went against us. And yeah, this trade, I vividly remember this one. We had started out the day, and we were in an uptrend. We had a pretty strong uptrend. Then we pulled back, and we had a strong move up again. And yeah, it was a good setup that my on this strategy is that we pull back and then we continue in that trend direction. And I entered on that signal bar and it just, boom, immediately went against me, stopped me out. So kind of a continuation of the previous day where we just got stopped out. Here was an additional mistake of not cutting my losses quickly in the trade right when it started going against me, and it went past this body of this closed bar. I should have just closed the trade. It was no longer a valid trade, and I should have just took my loss, but I let it go, and eventually it hit my stop. I could have saved, I think, around $500. But that is how things go. Then going on to Wednesday, we took, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. My throat is giving out on me. This is not, I think we actually only took 3 trades today, and because of how the exit happened, it classed it as more trades just because it happened so quickly. But my fills were a little bit different. But we had an okay day, but I do remember I wanted to show this trade. And this is one, I think it's this one. No, it's not. Hang on. I did want to review this one trade. Nope, it's not that one. Sorry. Has to be this one. What? I'm not sure what's going on here. Oh, it must be this. Sorry. Never mind. This is it. And this is one where I have definitely struggled and I need to get better at. That's why I want to show this. So this, again, it's a little bit hard to show because we're not looking at the same thing as I was looking on my chart when I was trading. But we can get a good idea of what happened here. So, and here I'd actually put the EMA line in so you can kind of see my entry strategy. So first, we're in this clear uptrend direction. Okay, so my first rule is on the money. Then we're looking for a pullback to the EMA, and these lines here is the EMA. I have a 14 EMA and a 21 EMA. Okay, so and usually I like entering when we kind of have an overshoot like this. Is ideal. So we have an overshoot, then we pull back to this EMA. And I enter on my signal bar, my entry was great. Then we see a lot of chop, okay? And you can see on my profit and loss, I enter and we just kind of do this. I was in the red, then I was in the green, then I was in the red. And the market, and I was looking for the market to, basically do this. Like as soon as I enter, I was, expecting the market to try and make new highs. And it didn't. It just chopped sideways for quite some time. And it caused me to be impatient, and I closed the trade for basically a break-even trade. Now, you can see here what happened. We did end up making new highs. And I missed out on a really nice move. And again, at the time, I thought, okay, I thought I'm going to get stopped out. I'm just going to take a break even and avoid getting stopped out. And that type of mentality is easy to have when you've had previously 2 red days in a row and you've gotten stopped out a lot recently. It's really easy to have that mindset, but I need to allow my trades to breathe, and I need to keep, like, my stop loss was 1 tick below this low. Okay, we never would have came close to actually, I mean, this bar here, we were 2 ticks away from getting stopped out. But again, after that, we wouldn't have gotten, we wouldn't have gotten close to getting stopped out. So going forward, that's definitely something that I need to work on, of being patient and allowing my trade to breathe and then allowing my trade to run. Because what really, again, I'm looking, it's just unfortunate. And even a trade like this, when you cut your you cut it for break even, and then you see your trade, you see this happen, it feels like a loss, and it messes with you mentally. And that was, so yeah, that is kind of how that day ended. And then Thursday and Friday, I ended up not taking any trades. Thursday, we had rhythmic issues in the morning and didn't get that resolved until probably 10:30, 11 o'clock. And then the rest of the day just didn't really have any setups, which I was totally okay with. I think I did a good job being patient that day. And then for Friday, I also didn't take any trades. But in the afternoon session, there was definitely one trade I don't really have a way of pulling up because I didn't take a trade, so it doesn't show up. But there was a trade set up, and I didn't pull the trigger. I was a little bit distracted and not focused on the chart, which is my own fault. So I definitely need to pull the trigger when my setup hits, because that also would have been a really nice trade. And then I stopped trading after that. Didn't want to have FOMO or anything like that. But anyway, that's kind of the summary for the week. Hopefully, again, I feel like we had a better week than we had this past week. We had some really, we went off the rails this day, didn't follow my rules, and it was pretty bad. We did recover a little bit on Thursday, but not enough. Obviously, our big day of losing day, we had a $5,000 loss on Monday of this week. That was $5,000. That really hurt. Obviously, had a little bit of a winner on Wednesday, but it's one of those things where we're having too big of red days and not big enough green days, and we're just still in a funk. We're just not seeing the market correctly, not having that confidence, and so I definitely have work to do. I am, as you can see here, I am far from a perfect trader. I don't claim to be a perfect trader. I am learning. And most of my learning is mentally. And I think most traders that have been trading for any amount of time know that the biggest hurdle to get over on being a good, consistently profitable trader is having the right mentality. And I know that, and I know I'm not doing it right now. So just kind of trying to push through it and have that right mentality, get my confidence back, let my winners run, cut my losses short. So anyway, that'll do it for this week's summary. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and we will see everyone Monday morning on the live stream. So take care and have a great rest of your weekend. And also happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. So take care. Bye.